Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I love Loopy's Crochet and Treasures. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tracy. I live in Alabama and I love everything to do with crochet and yarn and all that good stuff. I've been tagged to do this 10 crochet hook questions, and I was tagged by Gary over at Urban Yarns, and I was so excited. Thank you, Gary, that you thought about tagging me. I'm going to answer the questions as best as I can. Now, to be honest with y'all, I use all kinds of hooks, but anyway, we'll do the questions. And it says, what is your favorite brand of crochet hook? Let me see. I brought some of them in here. Well, if I can reach them. I love all crochet hooks. It doesn't matter to me if it's Susan Bates or if it's Boye or if it's Clover. I mean, it's like driving a car. Some of them drive a little different, but I can use any hook you put my oh me. But I guess my favorite would probably be, if I just had to pick one, I guess it would be Clover. Would be my favorite, and I love the lighted hooks. This is a J, and I know a lot, and I don't have to have the light on it. And it's the Crochet light. I don't know who really makes them, but anyway, I can use any kind of hook. But I guess my favorite would be it would be Clover's. What is your favorite size crochet hook? Well, when I make my necklaces, I use a small hook, and I keep it in this little bag, and I think it's a Clover, and it's a 3, and that's what I use on my necklaces. It's a 3.0, and so that's one of my favorite hooks. My other favorite hook is the J. I like the J hook. So those are my two favorites. So if I can use those on any projects, that's what I use. And a lot of times I do use my lighted hook. Let's see, what was I using? It was a certain yarn that I was using, and this worked really well. I think it was the fleck yarn. You know, it splits a little bit. And that fleck yarn, I think it's by Loops and Threads. Is that right? It splits a little bit, so, but it didn't split very bad when I used my lighted crochet hook. I mean, that's a really tough, like, plastic, but that's what I mean, I love these two hooks. And then it says, do you prefer a tapered hook or do you prefer an inline hook? Well, it depends on what yarn I'm using. Like right now I'm using Big Twist. I make it another, I think it's Big Twist I'm using yarn, and I'm using my Susan Bates, and it works good. It really just depends on what yarn I'm using, but I guess if I had to just pick one, I would pick the tapered hooks. Let's see. How do you grip your hook? Pencil grip or knife grip? I'm a knife grip. And I hold it like this. And the only other person I've seen like this, where I hold my yarn on this finger when I'm crocheting, I've only seen 2 people that ever hold their yarn like I do. I crook my finger like that, and I have, and Tiffany over at what is her channel? My mind always goes blanks when I get on a video. Tiffany Hansen over at, I can't even think of it, but y'all know who I'm talking about. She holds her yarn the same way I do. And but anyway, I do the knife grip. And let's see, does the style of hook dictate how you crochet? Sometimes, I guess it could. I would say yeah, sometimes it does. And I'm not a tight crocheter. I'm not a loose crocheter. I'm kind of in the middle. Unless I'm making amigurumis, I tend to be real tight. Maybe too tight. I don't know. I just crochet, and but I guess it would dictate how I crochet depending on what hook I'm using. But it says, do you prefer ergonomic hooks or regular hooks? I love them both, but I guess I would pick ergonomic. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Ergonomic. What are your thoughts on lighted hooks? Well, I love them. I love the lighted hooks. And I do use it sometimes with the light on it. But I also use it without the light. It just crochets really smooth. I really like the lighted hooks. These kind. I really do like them. It don't have a brand or nothing on it. It's just the crochet light. And I think I bought it. I don't know if I got it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or where I got it, but I got a few of them. Let's see. Have you ever used a hook with interchangeable heads? If so, your thoughts. No, I've never used the hooks with the interchangeable heads on them. I've never even seen them. I've never used them. It says, do you like projects that require small stainless steel hook or larger hooks? It depends on, like, I can use the steel hooks on my crochet necklaces. If I'm crocheting something tiny, I mean, I can use them. It just depends on what I would rather use, a J or a H or, something like that. But I mean, I can use the small stainless steel hooks. And I do like some of the projects, like bookmarks and things. Sometimes I make bookmarks for Bibles and stuff, and I use the stainless steel hooks or those very, very small hooks and clovers. Let's see. If you were only allowed to use 2 hooks for the rest of your life, what size and brand would they be? I guess I would use, if I only had to use 2, well, I would use this small one for my necklaces. It's a 3.0 clover. And I guess the other one I would pick would be a J in the clover or the lighted. But that's my questions. I mean, it just depends on what yarn I'm using and what I'm making. Just depends on what hooks that I use. I use all kinds of hooks. When I use a big hook, this one, it's just got the wooden handle on it. When I make big things, and then I've used these. Now, I would say that these kind maybe not be my favorites with the handles like that, but I like these. It's a clover. These. I like those. But I just grab a hook and use it. And I use this kind that comes from Hobby Lobby. I just grab a hook and I just use it. But anyway, I hope that answered the questions. And I want to thank Gary again so much for tagging me. And I guess I need to tag some people. I don't know who all has done this. So if you haven't done it, I tag you. You're it. If you want to do these questions. And I'll leave the questions in the description box. But let's see who I could tag. I'm going to tag Cheryl over at Yarn and Hook. She hadn't done a video in a long time. Cheryl Boats, if you're watching, I tag you to do this hook question. And then let's see who else. I'll tag, if you're watching, Rhonda over at The Sparkly One. If you're watching, I tag you to do the hook questions, and I'll have them in the description box. I'd love to hear your answers on those. Let's see who else. I'll just put those 2 because I don't think they've been tagged, and I want to hear y'all's answers. So I'll tag Cheryl and Rhonda, and anybody else who's watching who wants to answer my tag you. It's just so many. But thank you again, Gary, for tagging me, and I hope I answered these okay. I mean, I'm just, I just use any kind of hooks, really. It just depends on what I'm making. So, y'all take care, and I love you all so much, and I hope to be back on again soon. See y'all. Bye.